Right, everybody, it's late afternoon now. We're about to head out on our afternoon game drive. Carrying on from this morning's goal to try and get a few more cats. I had a great view of that lion this morning, and now with it cooling down, hopefully we'll get a few more of the cats on the move. So we'll head out now and see what we can get. Alright, so we've just actually managed to locate the tortoise pan male, cooling down nicely, and animals are starting to get active, so we're going to spend a little time with them. Tortoise pan male is a new young male that's come into the area. Don't know too much about him yet. He's come from the north, between 3 and 4 years old. Fantastic looking male. There's some impala down in the bottom of the clearing to our right. Leopard's not very fond of being out in the clearings, and I don't know if he's keeping an eye on them or just avoiding them, but he's tending to stay in the thickets a little bit. Typical leopard behavior to avoid detection. But he's just hugging the edge of the clearing, staying in the tree line. At this stage it looks like he's actually moving a little bit away from the clearings, so obviously those impalas are out in the too much in the open and not likely to succeed. Notice the tail's just shot up there. There's some birds that are alarm calling at him. Quite often these little birds, like rattling testiculars or tawny flank preniers, will alarm at the predators as they walk by. Leopards seem to put up their tail almost as a white flag, so that, okay, I've been seen, stop shouting. Fortunately for us, leopards quite enjoy walking down the roads. It's very comfortable and silent, no noise. Allows them to move around freely without giving away their position. Picked up here now. Noticed something to the left of him. He seems very intent on something pretty small. So he had a little go at something small, a little bird or something who was hiding in the grass there, but obviously missed and is losing interest, so he's carrying on. So this is, as I said, the tortoise pan male. It's actually come from the southeastern part of Londolozi, Dudley area, born in August of 2016, so makes him now about 3.5 years old, 3 years and 7 months. Just starting to find his feet. He's left the natal territory, obviously. Nomadic male now for the next year or two till he gets about 4.5, 5 years old. Looking for a territory that's going to be open or unoccupied, or is occupied by a very old male that he feels he can challenge. At this stage, this is still the southern part of Ravenscourt's territory, so it's going to be a while before he can challenge Ravenscourt. Right, so he's just come back out onto the northern end of this clearing, looking back down towards where the impala were, but taking this opportunity to have a quick break, lie down in the sand, nice and cool on that sand at the moment. Gives him a time to rest, but also to take in his surroundings. You can see those ears are moving and he's pretty alert, but he's paying attention to what's going on around him, listening for any potential prey or also potential threats from things like lions and hyenas. They're very alert of their environment, but leopards are renowned for these little cat naps that they take. Lie down for a few minutes before carrying on. He's up and mobile again. Heading north, away from the impalas unfortunately. If we're lucky, he'll come down and drink here. Interesting thing with leopards, when they're drinking, they actually don't lap up the water like many people think. Them and dogs, when they're drinking, actually bend their tongue backwards and use it as a scoop to scoop the water back into their mouth. Incredible. Alright, our joy of following him through the nice open area had to come to an end at some point. He's now cut north and he's heading into a much thicker block. I think for his sake we'll let him be and continue his hunting in peace and silence, and we'll bid him farewell. Right, so Ali has been out most of the day and has apparently been spending most of her time with Ravensport and one of Boulder's cubs. We're going to go and take over from her now and see what Ravensport is up to. But there'll probably be a separate clip on Ali's day, so keep an eye out for that video clip coming too. So those crested francolins are alarm calling at Ravenscourt, who's coming down the road towards us. Followed closely by Ali, I think. Another alarm call. See the tail back up. Scent marking the bush, patrolling his territory. Scent marking once again. He's on full territorial patrol. Just really good to see Ravenscourt again. He's recovered from a really nasty limp. Those who have been at Savanna in the past couple of months will remember seeing him. Really badly damaged his back right leg. A lot of people were quite concerned about his well-being, but incredible how these leopards have the ability to recover. You can see he's slightly favouring his back right leg still, but it's not hindering him at all. to a nice big waterhole again. Quite often animals around the waterholes, so they become very alert when they get close to these waterholes. Not sure if you've seen anything or heard something. There's a hippo in the pond as well. Definitely showing a lot more intent than he has been. See the change in body language? Keeping a low profile. So warthog has just come out from behind the dam, unfortunately moving away. That's almost certainly what Ravenscourt saw. But as expected, that warthog has trotted north away from him. Very difficult for him to catch up to something that's moving away from him. Being ambush predators, they need to get up ahead of them and wait for them to come towards themselves. So not much chance of success there. He's come just into the center area of this pond and just lying down again. Just taking in his surroundings again as the tortoise panmale did. Opportunity to catch a break and just listen out for anything, any other potential prey. So he's definitely picked up the scent of something there. Potentially a buffalo dung again, as mentioned in the previous episode. You can hear the monkey's alarm calling in the back. We're just outside one of the neighbouring camps. And the monkeys in the camp have seen him and are alarm calling. So there was a classic example of him rolling in dung or scent of some sort, much what we saw this morning where we had those tracks of the leopard rolling in the buffalo dung. So unfortunately Ravenscourt did go into that camp, so unfortunately we can't follow him anymore. But a fantastic afternoon spent with the big boy in the area. Hopefully we'll get to see him again in the next few days. Right everybody, that's the end of another fantastic day out in the bush. End of Savanna's Stay at Home Safari episode 2. Buffalo have come to join us for the classic sundowner. So we'll open up one of these for everybody back at home. Join us, pour a gin and tonic or a glass of wine and say cheers for another successful day. Hope you guys are staying safe, stay at home. Please feel free to comment on the videos. If there's anything that you particularly wanted to see or wanted to know, please feel free to comment and we'll try and get to those questions in the next video. So cheers to everybody. From Greg and I.
Cheers, Neil.
Cheers, bye.
Cheers.